At a speech on Tuesday of this week in Kenosha, Wisconsin at the Snap-on Tool Factory, President Donald Trump made a point to talk about how much he really likes his good friend, the great Representative Ron. Now, if you don't know who Ron is, don't worry, you're not alone. Let Donald Trump himself explain it.
And although he could not be here today, my thanks go to Speaker Ryan, who's represented this city for nearly 2 decades in Congress. And you know where he is? He's with NATO. And so he has a good excuse. And I said, Ron, make sure these countries start paying their bills a little bit more. You know, they're way, way behind, Ron. We have to do, I'm going to talk to you about that, Ron. But Paul, you're over with NATO, get them to pay their bills. I think that, and Ron, you have to work on that too. And Scott, you're right here in Wisconsin. You don't have to bother. We'll keep you right here.
So as it turns out, his buddy Ron is actually Paul Ryan. Now that clip was very painful to watch, but what's even more painful is the fact that he tries to cover it up by saying like, yeah, Ron over here, this guy, this is Ron. That's what I meant, even though I actually said he is at NATO, Ron is at NATO. He is such an idiot that he thinks he can fleece that entire crowd by saying like, no, this guy's Ron. I'm talking to this Ron, whoever the hell this is I'm pointing at. Yeah, everybody knows Ron. He's a good guy. But Paul Ryan, he's over there talking to NATO. Hey, tell them to pay their bills. Nothing in this speech made any sense whatsoever. And to be honest, it really calls into question Donald Trump's mental capacities. Not just the fact that he can't remember the name of the Speaker of the House, but the fact that he is just all over the place. He can't string a thought together. He's interrupting himself in the middle of a sentence by talking to other people and bringing up other things and talking about paying bills and NATO and Paul Ryan and Ron and what the hell is going on inside this man's head. Again, I have to point this out. This is a man, first of all, can't string a sentence together without interrupting himself. Second of all, he has access to the nuclear codes at all times. At all times. Somebody follows him around with the nuclear codes so that this maniac, this psychopath, this sociopath can launch a nuclear strike at any point. And he can't even remember the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He doesn't even know where our Navy warships are. He doesn't know that South Korea wasn't ever a part of China. This is a dangerous, unhinged, mentally unstable man that is currently the President of the United States. Now, I don't like Paul Ryan any more than anyone else in this country right now, but I at least know what his name is. I know he's not Ron. I don't know who Ron was in that audience, but I'm sure he was just as shocked as we were to find out that suddenly he was just given some kind of task by Donald Trump. That's what happened in that speech. This wasn't about Trump screwing up somebody's name. It was the fact that he thinks we're so stupid that we won't notice that he screwed up. And we're so stupid that we won't notice that he's also technically the most powerful human being on the planet, and he is mentally unfit to lead this country. He doesn't want us to know that. He doesn't want us to focus on that or pay attention to it. But that is the reality that we're living in today. Donald Trump is a dangerous person, and he's dangerous because he doesn't have a brain in his head. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you've done all those things, please check out all the videos below. Stay up to date with everything we do here at Ring of Fire.